Hey guys, Crazy Postman here with a news brief. Kind of a sad news brief if you're into the robot community. As you've noticed over the last few months, more things are being added to the covered list, and I have some bad news for robotics. So you can see as of July 28th, foreign produced advanced robotics have now been banned from the US. That covers a lot more than what you think. It also includes your small robots like robot vacuums and robot lawnmowers. Now, I've been kind of digging into this, and you can see here is the update on the advanced robotic devices and power inverters. They're really worried about all the advanced sensors that can just roam your yard or your house and just see everything and log everything. So they're talking about LiDAR a lot, and they're worried about where this information is being held. They're saying all foreign produced advanced robotic devices pose an unacceptable risk to the national security of the United States and to the security of U.S. persons and should be included in the FCC's covered list. They go on to give their supporting evidence here. Many of the robotic devices have high fidelity sensors, including LiDAR, acoustic, thermal, allowing advanced robotic devices to create data sets that have a high value for foreign intelligence services, including a high fidelity map of the environment in which the robot operates. When advanced robotic devices and their critical components are sourced from foreign countries, U.S. stakeholders have limited visibility into the development practices and software. This magnifies the risk that vulnerabilities remain unaddressed, updates are withheld, or functionality is altered in ways that degrade the device. Some regimes in foreign countries prohibit entities from disclosing cybersecurity vulnerabilities to customers, increasing the risk that the foreign governments will use vulnerabilities. So here is the definitions of what a advanced robot device is. And this is pretty much where robot lawnmowers and robot vacuums get doomed, because for this definition of an advanced robotic device, a mechanical mobile device including autonomous mobile robots, humanoid robots, and quadrupeds that 1. Is capable of locomotion, obstacle avoidance, navigation, or movement on the ground. So that's pretty broad right there. So that kills robot lawnmowers and robot vacuums here in this first section. Number 2, operates at a distance from the human operator or supervisor based on commands or in response to sensor data or any combination thereof. Number 3, the combined weight of the device and ground station or docking station is over 4.4 pounds. So if your robot is over 4.4 pounds and it's made in China, you're banned. Number 4, contains a component falling within each of the below subparagraphs. A sensor capable of perceiving its environment, a camera, a LiDAR, a radar, something like that. Number 2, a component that is capable of providing network connectivity, wired or wireless, including Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, or satellite, with connection speeds of at least 200 kilobits per second in either direction. And number 3, software running either locally or remotely, including firmware and AI or machine learning model weights, that controls the robot's autonomous navigation or movement perception, data collection, or remote command and control. So here's part B, exemptions. Maybe we can be saved here. Number 1, a connected vehicle. Okay, so robot lawnmowers aren't connected vehicles. Number 2, a vehicle operated only on the rail line. Well, it's not a train, so that's not it. Number 3, uncrewed aircraft or uncrewed aircraft systems. That's interesting. Number 4, an unmanned underwater vehicle that is able to operate without a human occupant. Number 5, items that are classified under Section 513 of the Federal Food and Drug Cosmetic Act, including surgical instruments, medical and surgical robots, external limb prosthesis, their components, ambulatory and mobility assistive devices such as canes, crutches, walkers, and wheelchairs, whether or not powered and whether or not the item is cleared. A fixed stationary non-mobile robot. So I'm thinking this is like manufacturing equipment, you know, those robot arms that are stuck in an assembly line, but they're robots, but they can't really go anywhere or do anything else. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but guys, it looks like it's the end for robotic lawnmowers, at least new ones. Now, there is an exemption for current robot lawnmowers that are already here and sold. You can still receive updates until 2029. So you are still going to be able to receive updates on the device you already own only until January of 2029, and then that gets cut off completely. So whatever you buy now, don't expect to be able to use it after 2029 unless it gets exempted or something changes. I really don't see anything changing. You can apply for an exemption, but from what I'm reading in other news stories, that's kind of hard to receive. They're not just handing those out. So just some of the other news stories here. You can check out Engadget has a story, TechCrunch has a story, the AP has a story, and I thought it was interesting because I guess they asked China for their opinion on this. China's foreign minister hit back at the U.S. move, accusing Washington of overstretching the concept of national security to suppress Chinese companies. China will take all measures necessary to defend the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese businesses. Protectionism does not make the U.S. more competitive, and it will only hurt the interest of the U.S. companies and consumers, a ministry spokesperson told reporters at a regular press conference Wednesday in Beijing. The new bans could also potentially interfere with collaborations between the U.S. and Chinese technology companies. NVIDIA, for example, in June revealed a humanoid robot reference design which uses the humanoid chassis of China's Unitree. The Pentagon recently included Unitree and several other major Chinese technology companies on its list of firms that it says have ties or aid the Chinese military. Beijing has rejected this claim. So it looks like the robot lawnmower and robot vacuum industry in the US is going to slow way down unless they can be built in the US with US components, or they get one of those exemptions that are really hard to get. So thanks for watching this news brief. I'm sorry to bring you this sad news for the community. You know, depending on who you ask, it may be for the better or it may not be for the better. Well, guys, that's all the news I have for now over the robot lawnmowers. I guess we'll just have to keep watching the news and the government for future updates on this situation. Hopefully, some of the more popular brands can apply for and get exempted. But as it is right now, everybody that is over 4.4 pounds and you're an advanced robotic device and made in China, you're effectively banned from the US. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.